Yes, people, here we are back in the net podcast. Game week 16. Yeah, 16 now. It's going so fast. Game week 16. I've got my guys here. I've got Cav from Red Pitch Podcast, Skants from SkantsTV. What are you guys saying?
All good, man.
Same, all good.
You know what? There's a big difference between Calvin and Skants. Calv gave the which that result. But listen, Skants, listen, the floor is yours. Your team have taken over at the top of the league. They get their respect. Listen, talk to us. What did you think about the game? We'll go into our thoughts after.
Yeah, it was a poor game, man. Like everyone can see that for 70 odd minutes, didn't really create too much chances. Allison saved our bacon in the 30th minute, did a world-class save.
Again.
Again. Then the referee tried to give a penalty in the first half and did 2 minutes worth of checking just to try and give it. Everyone goes on about Liverpool, but boy, referee was trying to give that penalty in the first half when you can just see it after 10 seconds, it was a foul. Second half came, they obviously got a penalty. It's a penalty. It's soft, but to me, it's a penalty. But it's the fact that, again, checking for nearly 2 minutes while play's going on and call it back for a penalty. It's a penalty. I'm not disputing that, but people will say we hark on about the Tottenham thing. But what was the thing they came out and said the Tottenham thing? They said that it's a new phase of play. They can't call it back.
And then
right, and that was after 30 seconds. Now this has gone on for nearly 2 minutes. You've done the checks behind, and you're given a penalty. So, have you changed the rules all of a sudden now that new phases of play can carry on? Like, what's going on? So then that came on. Obviously, Klopp ran the changes, brought on Ibu, Elliott, Jones, and Gomez. Pushed Trent into midfield, and we just came into life, man. That was it. Once them changes came, we were just on it from there. Obviously, Salah got the equaliser, got a 200th goal, and then Elliott with a brilliant finish, man, to win the game. Top of the league. To me, it's nothing major. You get what I mean? Yeah, we're top of the league, but it's 16 games gone, man. I'm not going to get happy about it, man. After 38 games, that's when I'll be happy. At the moment, brilliant progress from Liverpool. If you told me in the summer, with all the changes we've made, we're going to be top of the league, I'll laugh at you. I'll be like, nah, no chance. You get what I mean? We haven't played well this season. Probably just like Arsenal, we haven't had like a consistent run of games. We've been poor in, like, I'd say probably maybe 50% of our games.
Yeah.
But to be playing poor, brand new midfield, and be top of the league, man, I can't be happier, man.
Yeah, no, it's great win for you guys, man. I'm gonna let Calvin before I get into Calvin. What do you think about that game?
Yeah, it was a good win for Liverpool, man. First, I wanted to ask, say this during the time that they're obviously waiting for the penalty to be called back or whatever. If Liverpool went up the other end and scored now, what would have happened? Do we know?
They would have still. I think they would still done the pen because I can't remember what game it was. It's happened before when it scored and they couldn't celebrate because the ref said, "Wait, I'm gonna do the check," and it went all the way back. I know it's mad though, isn't it? Because imagine as fans, you're busy celebrating, jumping from the seats.
That's what I'm saying.
And yeah, it's mad.
But like I'm saying, but Howard Webb said that the reason why they didn't stop play and give Liverpool the game is because it's a new phase of play.
New phase, yeah.
So how long is this new phase of play now? Like, how long does it go for?
They need to let us know how long specifically, and then make it very, very clear. That's a problem. Like you said, the issue with VAR is that 1 week it's this, the next week's this, and that's the problem. Like, I don't mind a couple of bad decisions because it happens, isn't it?
Exactly.
But it's the fact that 1 week, like, okay, we'll get into the next game after. That's what I was about to go. But yeah, it's happening too often, and it's just so frustrating that every week we're talking about VAR, refs this, refs that.
I mean, yeah, back onto the game. I mean, Liverpool, like Skants was saying, in the first half especially, it wasn't the best performance from Liverpool at all. But, I think Klopp making them changes, bringing Trent into midfield, like you said, it changed the game. It opened up a bit more for Liverpool. And obviously, I know there was a bit unlucky. I'm not so sure that was a second red for Ayew.
Nah.
I think it was a bit soft, to be fair, and that could have possibly changed the momentum of the game. But from sure, Skants, you don't mind. Listen, like we always say, 3 points is 3 points. And yeah, Liverpool seem to be. You haven't hit that, obviously, your top stride yet, but like us, I think it's going to come in the next 5 or so games. Maybe like start of the new year. I think we're going to start seeing, like how Man City. Everyone's saying, second half of the season, Man City going to step into gear.
Yeah.
I truly believe that's what's going to happen with Arsenal and Liverpool as well. I think we're going to step up as well because we ain't hit the heights yet. So long way to go, man.
Yeah, no, I'm in agreement. I feel, Liverpool, they ain't hit their stride yet. But the fact is, it's 3 points. That's all that matters. And I feel like that's where you kind of got to give Arsenal and Liverpool respect in the sense of they definitely haven't hit standards of like Liverpool when they were free flowing, 2 seasons ago, whatever. Arsenal last season, how we started, whatever. We haven't hit that. But listen, Liverpool getting the job done, like Skant said, brand new midfield. And I think the fact that they are where they are now and the midfield haven't even connected fully yet, you do wonder, like, come Feb, March, when it's the most important part. If they're cooking, listen, it could be a problem, And as I said, I think the key with Liverpool is having players fit as well. Like, I think, Salah's important, but, you look at other players. Like, you can't lose Alisson. For me, I know people say Salah's the most important. Bro, you see Alisson. Let me give this guy his dues, because I love talking about a goalkeeper, you know me. I can't tell you how many games where the opposition, had they scored, it would turn the game. And he makes this save where, at the time, you think, just a mad save. But they're not thinking, in the grand scheme of things, who was it he saved from? Was it Edouard? Edouard, innit? Or something like that.
No, Slot.
Yeah. And even though, for me, it's one of them, I do think it was a poor finish, but to be in position to make that save, he's always there. Like, he doesn't look the most agile, but he's like a cat, bro. He's so annoying, man. But, Liverpool got through it. Klopp was buzzing as well, like the little fans and the fans going mad, and Harvey Elliott and that annoying. What is that thing he's doing? What is that?
Dragon Ball Z, innit? He's him and Ibu into their Dragon Ball Z, innit?
God, man's all this to the crowd. They gotta get bare gas. I'm like, what? But listen, credit where it's due. Was a good win for you lot. Obviously, took you top. We're gonna go to Arsenal now. Arsenal Villa away. They lost 1-0. A lot of people kind of look at it and be like, what, Arsenal were poor, whatever. But from what I saw, I think we were all right. I think it's just one of them games. One of them games where you lost, you didn't play badly, but if you play like that, then again, 9 times out of 10, you'll win the game or at least draw. But you know what I mean? But what do you think of about that game?
Yeah, I think I think a lot of fans were like, Arsenal didn't play well enough. Arteta this, Arteta that. But personally, I think we had a decent game. I honestly think we had a decent game. I think the goal from Havertz, that should have stood. Because there's nothing that happened was deliberate. The ball was just bouncing everywhere. It hit off, I think his hand. It hit, brushed Havertz. But what I don't like is that the referee has made his decision so early. If you saw, I don't know if you saw the pictures, but how far the referee was outside of the box.
Yeah, I saw that. Right? Yeah.
So how are you making your decision from so far back, so soon? And obviously, the VAR's checked it, and they're like, they don't know what to give. Do you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, they're just like, you know what? We'll just give the on-field decision. But it was a poor decision. In terms of the quality, I think we played all right. I think Havertz, honestly, I was saying this to Skants the other day. I think Havertz was one of the best on the pitch. Him and Jesus, probably the 2 best players on the pitch. Every week now, I'm seeing that confidence building in Havertz. He's getting better now. His touches, his movement, positioning. I find he's finally getting to that player that we all wanted to see a few months ago. And I did say before, I said give him till Christmas, but then there was a stage where I was fed up with him. I was like, forget it. But he's proven me wrong lately. Do you know what I mean? That would have been another goal. It'd have been like 3 goals in a week and a half or something like that. If that was given. So I think it was good. Raya, I mean, he didn't really have much to do in that game. I think we were good, I think we were good. We were just unlucky. I think we just need to finish our dinner, as they say. And I think the change he made when he brought on Eddie for Jesus, I think that was the wrong move. I didn't have any confidence in Eddie doing anything when he came on, to be honest. And I think as soon as Jesus went off, we kind of missed that fluidity in the final third, and because he was everywhere, he was all over the pitch, bringing people into play and stuff like that. As soon as he went off, kind of lost that. So, hey, what can I say, man? We go again. It's unlucky.
Yeah, no, definitely. What did you think, Skants?
Yeah, same lines with Cavalry. I thought you lot played pretty well. Obviously Villa played well. They tired. You can see that that Wednesday game against Man City took a lot out of them. Scored a good goal. I heard a couple of people online saying little bit defensively, saying White didn't really close down enough. He knew where obviously what begins left-footed, so you weren't tight enough to him. But you got to say it was a good finish, and then the actual shot wasn't in the corner of the goal. Some people saying could have Ray got to. I was like thinking that sort of distance, you can't really blame the goalkeeper. Like you said, Odegaard, that 2 chances he missed, to me that's poor. Like obviously I was trying to Cav offline. He should have lifted it. That first one, he took too many touches. The keeper read what he's going to do. He knew exactly what he was going to do. If you're going to do that, you got to put it top bins, not like along the net. He just read you, and then that one that come across him, that's like his favorite goal, isn't it? The one that comes across the box and he just puts it into the bottom corner. I was like, I'm thinking those are 2 poor misses. And then obviously Jesus had a chance as well. If he miscontrolled it, that's probably the best part of his game is his control. If he didn't miscontrol that and scored, so you had the chances. You just like Cassidy didn't finish them. The penalty shout on Jesus, obviously it's like the Liverpool game, but to me, he over exaggerated it. If you get what I mean, that's why I think they didn't give it. Is if he went down naturally, you think penalty. But when he got kicked, he's like flinging himself. It's like I think that's why they didn't give it.
But don't you think though? I think players are finding that they need to do that now because they're thinking like otherwise nothing's come. Not say I'm not condoning what.
No, I get it.
But you know what I'm saying? Like imagine you get touched now. It's like, bro, if I go down, it's like I might not. So I've got to add a bit to it. Like
but I mean, like it's the way you fall in it. If you get kicked in your back of your leg, you're going to go backwards, in it. But he sort of like flung himself forward. If you get what I mean, so it's sort of thing. But like I said, Liverpool game, exact same incident, penalty. Arsenal game not given. You get what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. It's just so inconsistent. But I don't think it's anything to be worried about. To be honest with you, it's so early in the season. It's not obviously it could be a title rival. You don't want to drop points to a title rival, but Villa on form, man. You got to give them their dues. You get what I mean?
No, definitely. That's 15 wins at home for them now, and I'm not gonna lie. I liked their play for that first goal. It was nice, bro.
Yeah,
like the little chip over the top through, and then I think it was Tielemans that did a quick ball back to Leon Bailey, and I was like,
he's looking good again, man. Tielemans,
now Bailey's doing his thing as well, and they look real good. And I think, as I said with Newcastle, their central midfield is what wins them games. Like they're like Newcastle, not this current Newcastle, because boy, they're looking leggy. But they've got that. It's like a proper engine room. McGinn, Kamara, Douglas Luiz. So yeah, respect where it's due. As I said before, Skants as well, that I don't mind my team losing as long as you put in a performance. And Arsenal did well.
That's what I'm saying.
If Arsenal had scored, I think it was an Odegaard chance or one of the chances early on, could have won that game 2-1, 3-1 easily. And I think Martinez said it after the game when he went. There's a difference between the City game and the Arsenal game. With City, they felt in control. But the Arsenal one is like they kind of sometimes had to hold on because Arsenal did assert dominance. So You know, I do feel like Arsenal are doing well, but those are games where I'd rather a point. You know what I mean? Because that point could be vital come the end. But as you said, sometimes the team's on form and you can't do nothing. You know what I mean?
The only thing I would probably knock on Arsenal is that Villa plays such a high line, and you probably got Martinelli. That's his game, innit? Running onto the ball. He didn't play any balls over the top, apart from obviously the one where he dinked the keeper and then he got cleared off the line, and the one when Saka went through and he was offside. But they were playing such a high line, he didn't take advantage of it. I think that's why I didn't. It's like you were looking for the perfect goal for some reason on Saturday, instead of just playing that simple ball over the top and using the speed. Because if Martinelli's gone. You ain't catching him, are you?
Yeah.
So I don't think he utilised that much. Yeah, but definitely. But I just don't think he utilised the high line enough, because they did the same thing against Liverpool, and we punished them as soon as they came up. Things like, don't do that against us. But
and if you look at Emery's teams, you're right. Look at all of Emery's teams; they're always like that. They always have that solid back four. If you play in front of them, as soon as you launch it over, they're done. Always the case, you know. Because you look, Diego Carlos. I don't think he's that quick. No, really. Pau Torres, Konsa's probably the quickest one in their back four.
Exactly.
Really. So yeah, you're right. We could have really got at that, but I don't know. I think sometimes with Arsenal, sometimes they go behind, and it's a bit like too passive. Instead of like, you know what, over the top ball, Martinelli go, or Jesus flick it on, or whatever. But listen, like, it's one of them ones. We let that game go. We've got Brighton at home next. Which...
One more thing that see if you lot agree with me. Did you think you look more fluid with Arteta up in the stands, not all controlling, telling them to do it every 5 seconds? It's just an observation I had. I thought you looked more. You looked more in tune. You just looked fluid. You just looked relaxed. You get what I mean?
But that's why I big up. What did they call him? Is it Airport Albert or something like
that?
Yeah. But I think no, I agree. I do think I love Arteta bits, but I do think sometimes it's too much. And as a player, you don't want that. Like, we've all played ball. You know, when you had the managers that be shouting in your ear when you're on a touchline, like, bro, allow it, man. You know? And then when the manager's like, oh, I can't make the game on Saturday, I'm not well. You turn up, you know, because you're everything different, you know. So I feel like I do feel he needs to calm that down a bit. And I feel players did play a lot more freer. And yeah, listen, I think we're going to have a great season regardless, I feel. Obviously, it's one of them games. We only lost 1-0. I think in the return, if we do that again, we'll beat them. I honestly, I do not doubt that at all. So
I can't wait for Partey and Timber just to come back, man. I think that's going to make such a difference.
Yeah, big time. Oh, Partey's back for Anfield, man. And I know, listen, stop Skants. Stop Skants is going to do. Bro, he's just back for AFCON, bro. Stop that. Stop. He's back for the Anfield game because, as I said, my sources be telling me he's already there. He's warmed up. He's ready. But we're saving him, you know. But honestly, for me, I just want to have that free midfield to then see what we're really capable of. Like, as I said, I don't want to go to Anfield where we have that one weak link in midfield, because those are them type of games where your whole midfield has to be on point. You know, when I think we had Partey, Rice, and Odie against City. Oh, he come on against City, didn't he? And he's the one, the long ball where, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it'll make a big difference. But listen, let's see, man. Let's see what happens with that. But yeah, we need him back. Timber, Calvin, you're right. Like, I was watching the Community Shield highlights again. Yeah, I was like, oh, we actually lost this for the season. But I heard he's back. He'll be back around March, I'm hearing. So listen, again, who knows wherever we'll be come the end of the season, you know, whether he comes in slots and does his bit. And
exactly.
You know what I mean? We'll see from there. But listen, it's all good regardless, man. We just dust ourselves down. We go again. The other game, oh boy, Man United, 0, Bournemouth 3. The way we all just started laughing, like where did we go? Like, what's happening there, man?
It's crazy. Listen, United, yeah. I honestly thought to myself, okay, last season, yeah, they were lucky to win something and finish third. Was it third they finished?
Third, yeah. They got
last season, yeah. You know, they weren't that great last season, but I thought to myself, okay, a new season for Ten Hag. Rasmus Højlund's come in, and these other players, but Amrabat supposed to be the new Varane. Everyone's saying all this rubbish, but they are just looking. I don't know what it is. They're just looking poor. It's like Maguire's come back, and for a few games, Maguire was looking like the old Maguire again. You know, okay, player. What did he get? Player of the month.
Player of the month. What it got? Player of the month, Player of the month, Manager of the month.
That's what I'm saying. So you know, he was looking up for a bit, but I just think United are terrible. I just think Martial, especially, Martial's been there since he was 19 or something like that, and he's what is he now? 30 or going to be 30?
29, 30. Yeah, about 30. Right?
He's just not improved. He's just not doing. I can't believe that he is still leading the line for this Manchester United team. You know, obviously we know 28. Okay,
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's supposed to be at his peak now. He's horrible. Obviously, we know Ten Hag's had this issue with Rashford as well. So Rashford ain't starting at the minute either. But there's nothing. When I look at this United team, it's, you know, back in the day with the Fergie era, everyone feared Man United. You know, but it's like they've completely lost their identity. They look horrible, and I think, in all honesty, if they lose to Bayern this week and then they get thumped by Liverpool, I've got a feeling Ten Hag might be gone. You know, I don't know why. It's a big week. It's a massive week for them, and I think he could be gone.
Yeah,
could be gone.
No, good shout, man. And you know, we're gonna pass on to the guy who I think he made the call, isn't it, Skants? Skants made the call beginning of the season. You know, you did say it.
Yes. To be fair, I didn't see this result coming on Saturday. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think anyone did.
I thought they would win. I thought it'd be a tough game. I thought they'd win like maybe 2-1 or something like that. But shout out Uncle Ian Wright, called it.
Yeah, he did.
He called it. So big shout to him. It's just I don't get, like, obviously Gary Neville is a big guy talking, but all the time, whenever Man United lose, this sort of annoys me with him. He always blames the Glazers. Don't get me wrong, their structure's poor and stuff like that. I agree with that, but the stuff he comes out with, the structure, the Glazers are spending money, and no. The Glazers are giving the managers money. If the manager asks for these players and their players are not performing, that's down to the manager.
That's right.
You get what I mean? Stop blaming the Glazers for what's happening on the field. That's got nothing to do with them. That's down to the manager. He picks the team. Glazers don't go out and pick the team, so don't blame them. But it's just, you just can't put your finger on it. Like you said, manager of the month, right? But you got to bring context into it. They were beating teams like 1-0 and getting lucky results and stuff like that. So that's not sustainable. But then obviously we're playing them on Sunday, and I don't want to go out and say, yeah, we're going to thump them, because you just know they could just turn up now and get a lucky result. That's how the Premiership is. And plus, Bruno's out. I would have preferred if he played on Sunday. That's no disrespect. Like, if you think about it, they're going to probably play what? Amrabat and that Kobe Mainoo.
Yeah, Kobe Mainoo, him and McTominay now,
Their midfield look more solid with him in there rather than Bruno. I'd rather Bruno there, because you know what's going to happen. If he score 1 or 2 goals, he's going to be petulant.
That's true.
And it's just going to be he's just going to bring his aura onto the rest of the team. They're thinking, if he can't be bothered, and look at him whining and moaning, we'll all do the same. So I'd rather him be in there. I think Man United will be playing better on Sunday with him not there. And if Ten Hag
do we know what's happened with Sancho? Does anyone know?
I think he's done. I don't think he's coming back in, man. I think that's it for him. I think in Jan, I've got a lot of teams in Jan. I think is it Saudi teams were linked with him as well.
Yeah, Juventus as well. I think Juventus. I wouldn't be surprised if he's holding out to see if he gets booted. Wouldn't be surprised.
No, man. On them wages, I might have to stay to the end of the season at least.
You know, man, just turn up to training for the fun of it. You know, we're just like, cool, I go in May, bro.
Just silly money, man. But that's what I'm saying. Like, Liverpool are after Sancho, but he's gone to United. because United are offering him 370 million. I mean, 370 million, 375
was
a
he
week.
there because they got Ronaldo? Was Sancho there before Ronaldo? I can't remember.
Yeah,
so he was there before Ronaldo.
He came the season before a minute.
Season before Ronaldo coming after. Yeah. It's, you know, it's with United. Obviously, I love seeing them lose. Let me just say, first of all, we've as us fans, we've been through it with that club. Like Fergie era, cool. I despise them. I think the issue with United is they always wait too long. They're a very reactionary club. The Casemiro sign was based on the fact of, we need a DM, we needed this, we needed that. They knew it was a bit too late to sign him, but then they gassed you up with the whole Champions League winner. Listen, Real Madrid don't sell somebody that is in their peak. They're a smart club, bro.
Exactly.
It's true in it. They knew what they were doing. So, you know, and you got to imagine, who else went for Casemiro?
No one.
No one. And he
Same
probably
with Varane.
knew that. Varane, exactly. And if you remember, Varane was exposed by Gabriel Jesus the season before at Etihad when he ruined him. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. I think United, that's what it is. They do the name thing. You know, you look at, I'm not just crediting us because we're Arsenal Liverpool fans, but Liverpool, you've gone out, you signed McAllister, World Cup winner. He's done it in the Premier League. We know what it's about. Gravenberch went to Bayern, it didn't work out, but Ajax, it was a star. Arsenal, look at Arsenal, we went and got Rice. Even though it's a name, we know what he can do. Euros,
exactly.
Whatever. And that's the problem with United. They go and sign a Casemiro, they sign a Mount, Amrabat. Amrabat just had the one. You know what I mean? Amrabat had that World Cup, and he's living off that tackle on Mbappe. You know when very aggression. I was like, we're gonna bring that to the midfield. He ain't done it, and they're just too mixed match. Like Højlund suits the Champions League because in Serie A he played for that Atalanta, and he can do it against Champions League. In the league, he looks useless. You know what I mean? So it's just a sad state for your goalkeeper's not doing well. Harry Maguire, who you guys want to get out, is your best player. McTominay, who you want out, is scoring your goals.
Yeah,
like, it's such a weird club, and I feel like they need a reset. They need when Arsenal got rid of the Obbers, and you're gonna have to take harsh decisions. You know what, Marcus Rashford, we love you. You gotta go, bro. You're a man through, but you're gone. You've got to let Anthony go. You've got to let Sancho go. Just start again. Because if you say to the fans, listen, we're gonna start again. Ratcliffe has come in now. We're going to start again. Get rid of players. The fans will back it. We've all been through it. Like we've been through we went through Mustafi, Socrates, Kolasinac, and Lichtsteiner as our right back, bro. No one can tell me we ain't been through it yet. So when we're enjoying these times, we know what it feels like. And it's just one of them. They have to reset. But what I will say, if they don't get top 4 this year, no Champions League for them financially is massive.
Yeah, it is.
Them and Chelsea, and the people we'll get into Chelsea in a minute, but they need Champions League. These clubs need it. You know what I mean? Like Arsenal, cool, 1 or 2. Liverpool again, you've got a model where you're out of it. You can't. You still sign players. You've got that Paul Klopp, whatever. But listen, United for me, if they don't get Champions League this season, boy, it's looking messy. Hella messy.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, so, but you know what? Since we was talking about Champions League, and I said missing out, we're going to do Tottenham, but I want to talk on this club. I just mentioned him briefly. Just Chelsea, just quickly. We're going to 2-3 minutes on Chelsea because I don't understand. You spent all that money just losing games, bro. Like we've got sick note Reece James, or as Skants puts in his Twitter. For those that don't know, Skants loves relating him to Ledley King, but he's your club captain and he's just breaking down. Before we get into that, let's talk about Reece James quickly. Like, what's the deal with him? Like, is he too heavy? Is it just unfortunate? What is it?
I think it's just unfortunate. It just seems like it's just his body's just giving up on him already, man.
Yeah,
it's a shame, man. Like, he's a quality player. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, any team in the world would have him. Like, any team. Like, he's a quality going forward, going back. Obviously, he's not. Everyone makes out that he's brilliant both ways, but I don't think he's that much better than Trent going backwards as well. He's defensively not exactly. You get what I mean? But he's a quality player, but I don't know what it is, man. I don't know if he's got to take time away completely from football, like have a complete shutdown for a couple of months and get everything sorted, because it's got to be more than one thing. It seems to be getting a lot of hamstring injuries. So is it something to do with his back, or is there a nerve, or is it his posture? He's got to look into it.
Yeah,
for me. because it can't just keep happening like that.
Too often.
It's crazy. And he's at 24 years old as well. It's crazy.
It's mad. And I think one of you guys put in a WhatsApp group his list, the injury list. I couldn't believe it. I was reading it. I was like, bruv, like, it's mad at that age, you know.
Yeah.
You should, whatever position you are, you can't be getting in. It's like Hargreaves. You know, like when you hit that point in your career, it's constant. And they made him club captain as well. And if your captain is not available, then you know what I mean? It's a bit peak. But yeah, obviously they lost to Everton Sean. That, you know, don't know if you lot see that meme with the Stone Cold thing. It just kills me. I can't stop laughing every time I see it. I had to put on my TikTok the Stone Cold music. But yeah, listen, they won 2-0. And I read something that had they not have got a points deduction, would they have been above
They'll be
Chelsea?
ninth. Yeah, they'll be ninth. I think they'll be ninth in the league.
See what I'm saying? But imagine how you must feel as a Chelsea fan that Everton got deducted 10 and they can go above you real soon. That shows you the levels. And yeah, I think they've got problems. But before going to the top, who do you think's in the worst position, Man United or Chelsea?
Probably Chelsea.
I don't know. I'd say Man United. Chelsea got the players. It's just that they're too young and too inexperienced at the moment. I think that's what it is. They stockpiled on a lot of youngsters. Sort of like, obviously, Todd Bowley, he's American baseball. That's what they do, innit? They stockpile young players, like, give them high contracts, and then in a couple of years' time, they're worth X amount of money. You get what I mean? So sort of that's what it seems that he's brought in over here. It's like, if you look at all the players they brought in, they're all like in their like early 20s, 21, 22 years old. So he's all this. It's like he's stockpiling for later on, not now. And I know everyone's saying about Poch. To me, I feel sorry for him. He's like, what he did at Tottenham. Yes, he worked with young players, but he still had his experienced players like Vertonghen, Artavaro, you know what I mean, Lloris, all those like experienced players that help the youngsters. Where now, you look at Chelsea, you only got realistically, you got what?
Silva.
That's about it.
Sterling. Yeah, Sterling's another one.
Yeah, but you wouldn't call Sterling as in like he hasn't got the mentality as in I'll take you under my wing. Like, I'm not saying he doesn't do it, but he doesn't seem that sort of character. If you get what I mean?
Probably just Silva. You're right.
On the pitch, that's what I'm saying. So
you're right. Probably just Silva.
How can you just have Silva as like your leader, your legend to like help bring the youngsters on? It's not enough, man. So that's where I'd give Pochettino a bit of a blight. He's got too many youngsters, because I'm sure he didn't sign off and getting all these young players. You get what I mean?
Yeah. Now I hear you. I just feel like with the players that you have, though, you should still be performing better. Like, you look at, you know, the Badia Sheelys, the Levi Colwill, who was wanted by obviously you guys as well as some other clubs. Sterling, I think, needs to do better. As we said, he will go over Rashford to the tournament, whatever, Euros. But I do feel like up front, Jackson's not working. Like, this guy, give up on him.
This is what I'm saying, though. But then, who do you put in? That's what I'm saying. There's no.
If I were Chelsea, go with Brozier.
I
would go with him as well. But again, he's another youngster. If you get what I mean, it's like,
I know
you don't score for 4 or 5 games. Who is there to like lean on and say, look, it's okay to have this little barren spell. Your time will come. Like, who do they go to?
Maybe they should have kept Obama blood clot young. Yeah,
no, but you need senior players. Look, I don't know. Go back to Liverpool, but if you saw the interview what Salah did with Harvey Elliott on Saturday, like Elliott was singing Salah's praises. Said, "Oh yeah, help me." And Salah's like, "Yeah, you can just come to me, ask me anything you want to help him with his. I help him with his diet. I tell him what exercise to do, etc., etc." Like, you need those senior.
That would gas me, though. Imagine Salah telling you what to eat and that. You know the ones, bro. What?
Well, that's what I'm saying. But you need them senior professionals to help you. Yeah, you need them senior professionals to help you. You get what I mean? We've all, like you said, we've all played football. I played senior football from when I was like 14 years old. But they helped you, innit? You don't know everything at that sort of age, and that's why I feel with Chelsea, they haven't got enough senior figures in their squad, man. That's what I think.
But then what's all right? But then if you look at say a team like us, our team is very, very young as well. But you know, Arteta seems to be able to get our youngsters to perform. So
Yeah, but who would you say are young?
Where at Arsenal?
Yeah,
Martinelli's young.
But how long has he played? But how long has he played in the Premiership?
Yeah, he's played
no, but how long? No, what I'm saying is, but how long's that team been together? 2, 3 years.
3 years, but by now, like, come on, man, Chelsea, they've been together long enough to be doing better than what they're doing now.
No, they haven't. They're all new. No, they're all new players. Apart from Silva, Gallagher, and probably Sterling.
Yeah, maybe Sterling.
Yeah, but I mean, no. All right, in terms of this league, like the Caicedo's has come in, and we was raving about Caicedo.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, but Caicedo's had 1 season in the Premiership.
What do you mean 1 season?
1 full season in the Premiership.
Didn't he play a couple for Brighton?
No, last season
he's like Enzo. You know, we feel like he's been banging seasons.
That's what I'm saying. He's only had one. He's only had 1 full season in the Premiership. Seriously.
So the season before, what was he? Bench? Was he coming off the bench or something?
I think he was just like they were just integrating him. I think the first half of the season he was away on loan or something.
Well, Skants is going to have me checking Wikipedia. You know,
no, seriously. No, seriously. I think he's only had 1 full season. So I remember someone saying, "How can you try and spend?" That's what someone said to me. How you spend 100 million on Caicedo when he's only had 1 season in the Premiership?
Oh, right.
He feels like he's been around for time.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying.
That's
what I thought the same thing.
Bloody
When he said that to me, I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" He's been here for time, but he's only had 1 full season. Like last season, his first full time in the Premiership. That's what I'm saying.
I think you know what you said about the experience in youngsters. I think with Arsenal, I think we've got youngsters where not just the Premier League, but internationally, they've got some type of experience. Like
Exactly.
you look at like random. Look at Rice, what he's become. Martinez now Brazil, Saka England, and Saka in England is now not seen as one of the younger ones. He's now
That's what I'm saying.
Senior figure. So I get it, and you know what? That kind of reminds me. We are like, don't go internationally, but France, for example. The reason why France are so good, all their youngsters, younger players, play at big clubs and they're doing big things, which is why they're always playing well. And I think that's where Chelsea is struggling. They don't have a team of youngsters, and that's like how Arsenal were when we first signed Tierney, first got Ramsdale. Do you remember them ones where we were struggling against little teams because Villa smoked us 3-0 with Holding and them, man. Yeah, but that's what happens when you have youngsters that are no experience. But yeah, no, that's a fair point. I think this guy said things, but spinning my head, you know.
When someone said that to me, I was like, "What are you talking about? You've been it for ages."
Oh, man. All right, do you know what? Lastly, before we wrap up, because I know someone else is gonna be like, "What are you not talking about Newcastle?" Yeah, those that have been watching me, Kevin, Skants' profiles will know who we're talking about. Mr. Hate Along. Newcastle lost 4-1 to Tottenham yesterday. We'll just touch on it quickly. I don't know what you guys think. I'm gonna say my opinion, but yeah, they're struggling a bit now, innit?
Yeah, I think. Do you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I feel for them, because it's the injuries, man. And obviously, like Skants alluded to at the beginning of the season, listen, these games are coming thick and fast. You're playing in the week, you're playing the weekend. And Skants did say, like, boy, I don't think Newcastle are going to be able to handle it. And yeah, listen, the injuries that they've got is just, you've seen the same 11 week in, week out for the last few weeks, and they just look dead, especially Trippier. I've never seen him look so bad in the last 2 games.
Yeah,
he looks dead on his feet. Isaac as well yesterday, he just looked exhausted. They're lucky. Wilson's back now, so I guess that's a plus for them. But yeah, I do feel for them. I don't care really, but I feel that once they've got everyone back in January, I don't know the situation with FFP in January in terms of them and how many players they can sign, how much they can spend. But I definitely see them dipping into that market. And I could still see Newcastle finishing top 6, maybe top 5 as well. See how it goes.
Good point. Skants, you as well. You in agreement?
Yeah, I'm saying really. I feel sorry for them as well, man. The injuries, but like I said at the beginning of the summer, like they're not going to be used to it. Like, obviously, our guy Specs was on the watch along with him yesterday. Him getting,
I don't know why I'm laughing. You just said that I was start laughing.
But yeah, it's they're just struggling, man. The players, you just like you said, you got to feel sorry for them to be going week in, week out with the same 11. Just imagine that, and it's not every 2-3 days. I know Specs was saying Eddie Howe's got to do better, but like I was saying to him, he doesn't know any better. He's not used to this. It's new to him. The same way it's new to the Newcastle fans being back in the Champions League. It's new to Eddie Howe playing every 2-3 days. He's not used to that. He's used to playing one game, rest for a week, playing the next game. His team's all about high intensity. Running over you. If they're not doing that, they haven't really got the guile at the moment to slow the play down and build up play. They haven't got that sort of midfield or that sort of key player who can get their foot on the ball and slow it down and thread the ball through a needle and stuff like that. So yeah, man, they're just going to struggle until they get some players back. They're struggling for injuries. I feel like when they're fully fit, they have a great 11. But as Calvin was saying as well, Isaac was finished. Trippier, I don't ever remember seeing Trippier this bad. I think he's just completely shot. I think the issue of Newcastle, they'd love to put Livramento right back and then put a left back, but I don't know who they've been. Oh, they've been having Livramento left back, because I don't think Hall's been doing it, and beyond him, I think they've got Paul Dummett. So it's a trigger. And Dubravka looked awful. I know I know Specs was saying before about bring Dubravka in. He's looked shocking. Yeah, you were saying him over Pope, weren't you?
Yeah, you remember that day? You remember that? But yeah, and one of the other things I was saying, Newcastle, I was saying at the time, like, I feel a lot of teams want Champions League. But I remember said at the beginning of the season, sometimes you've got to take the first step. You've got to do the Europa and get used to the Thursday, Sunday. Like, you look at West Ham, I think Moyes said the other day, when they're finding the Thursday, Sunday struggle. But when you can grasp that, then you're ready for Champions League. I just feel like it's too quick a jump. And then even when they've made that jump, the signings they've made are not good enough for that jump. You know what I mean? And it's coming thick and fast. Big game for them in a week against Milan. I think it's a winner takes all. I think whoever wins goes through in it, basically.
Depending on the PSG result, isn't it?
Depending on So
PSG got to beat Dortmund to get the second place.
Yeah.
And then between Milan and Newcastle, it comes third.
This is what I'm saying. So, and I think, and honestly, I think the best thing for Newcastle right now would to be finish third, go into Europa and do that. And trust me, they'll be much better for it. I
think they've come out of it all together, to be honest with you.
Do you think so? Or do you think it will work better for them, or you think they're going to come out?
I think it worked better for them if they come out.
I don't know. I feel like they need to experience that Europa. You know, I don't think they want to come to Europa.
They haven't got the squad with all these injuries. They ain't got the squad to do it.
Is anyone coming back fit like soon? Like, and they're getting like a batch? Nah, or is it like, because Botman? I keep hearing every week my FPL Botman back soon. He ain't come back, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
I think they got quite a few in January. I think they're looking at January to get quite a few back. So I don't know. It could be. I don't know. It could be good for them. Drop down and. You know what I mean? Because that Europa needs some harder opposition. I could see Liverpool just walking that, man.
Listen, you know what Skats don't want to say. You know, this guy, I'm going to break him one of these days. I need to just come up like, we're winning it. He's always giving the whole, nah, man, I'm not falling for that. I do agree. Yeah, I feel as much as I've got Newcastle, whatever. I do feel sorry for them because to have that many injuries at once is, too much of a blow. We've got like a minute left before I was going to touch on Tottenham. Everyone's gassing this Ange ball and whatever. And before Spurs fans say I'm a hater, I'm not. All I want to say is you're playing a depleted Newcastle. You've gone and you've won 4-1. I'm going online and like Ange is back, this, that. And I'm like, bro, what are you going to learn, man? You're playing once a week. You should be doing better than you are now. I know they had was it Van der Ven and Madison injured. That's not enough for your season to derail. I don't care who you are. Facts. Because Newcastle are still doing everything in Europe, in the league, whatever. But I just want to say quickly before we wrap up that Tottenham fans need to calm down. This Ange ball thing against certain teams is very suicidal. They gassed up the City thing, and what I was saying was you always do well against City. So stop gassing up. You know what I mean? The Newcastle one, we saw how Everton dealt with them, so they're always going to win that game. But now it's like, oh, we're back. So I'm telling you now, I'm coming back for his Spurs fan. I don't know what you lot want to say quickly. Anything to say about Ange Ball before we wrap it up?
I think to be honest with you, I think he's done really well considering like where he's got him in a short space of time. But just like Q, it's like don't get too excited because what was it? Was it no wins in 5 or something before yesterday? So
took the lead in all 5. Took the lead in all 5.
So is it four defeats or one loss or one draw in it or something like that? So don't get too excited and just be honest. You play that highlight against Liverpool. It's done.
It's true.
It's done. Like I said, against Man City, realistically, they were lucky. Should have been 4 or 5-1.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? So enjoy it for now. Like I said, you've done well, man. But just be balanced with it, innit?
And obviously they got Forest on Friday. That's Friday night's game for it there. Forest v Spurs. Forest are in a bad run, but Forest beat Villa 2-0 a couple of weeks ago. So
they're decent at home as well, Forest.
I need a man them up top to come good, you know. I need a 3 man them up top to come good. And
your boy Origi needs to step up those stats.
Please. Run back the Champions League final. Run it back. Let's go.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? But listen, guys, thanks for coming on. Appreciate it. You know what? Anyone want to break down what's happening with our new group team coming, man? You know, we're cooking smooth. You know, people are waiting, Cal. People are waiting.
No. It's coming, man. It's coming. We got try and sort out for something for this week. We'll get the final details in this week, and then we try and go from next week, I think, man.
Yeah. I love that. But listen, big up your channels as well, man. Listen, we've got Cal from the Red Pitch Podcast, SkantsTV doing his thing. Everyone's been consistent. We've got Geordie Dread TV as well. Big up Dubs. That's with the group as well. That couldn't be here today. But listen, we're coming thick and fast, man. Actually, pause. We're going to try and do socials every other day as well. But listen, thanks, guys, for tuning in. You know, this is Back in the Net Podcast. You know where to find me. It's been a pleasure. Peace.
Take it easy, bro.